Alright, we're going to talk about slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines. So I got two lines there, the blue one and the red one. We're going to start with the blue one. So in order to know if the lines are parallel or perpendicular, first you need to know their slopes. So that blue line, let's find the slope. So we're going up 1, 2, 3 over 1. So the slope of the blue would be 3 over 1, which equals just 3. Now let's do the red one. So pick 2 points there. There's one. My line got just slightly off. Point's supposed to be right there. So we're going up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. And those are not the same. And since they're not the same, these are not parallel. In order to be parallel, the slopes have to be the same. Alright, now let's see if some lines are perpendicular. So, again, I got a red line and a blue line. So if you look, I'll put a point there and a point there for the red line. So we're going up 1, 2 over 2. So my slope of the red would be 2 over negative 2. And 2 divided by negative 2 would equal negative 1. Now let's look at the blue line. So we'll say there's a point there and a point there. So we're going up 1, 2, 3, right 1, 2, 3. So the blue line would equal 3 over 3, which equals 1. Now these aren't the same, so they're obviously not parallel. But what you need to do to see if it's perpendicular is multiply them. 1 times negative 1. 1 times 1 is 1, negative times a positive is negative. If you get an answer of negative 1, then you know your answer, or the lines, are perpendicular. So anytime you multiply the slopes and get an answer of negative 1, your slopes are perpendicular. So let's look at this another way. Alright, so I'm giving you 3 slopes and we need to figure out which 2 of them are perpendicular. So we're going to start with the blue one and the red one. And we'll multiply them. So we're going to do 3/5 times negative 3/5. So we multiply this out. 3 times 3 is 9. Positive, negative make negative. 5 times 5 is 25. Well, negative 9 over 25 is not negative 1. So these two are not. So next we're going to look at 3/5 times negative 5/3. 3 times 5 is 15. Positive, negative make negative. 5 times 3 is 15. Negative 15 divided by 15 equals negative 1. So this one is perpendicular. So the blue one is perpendicular to the white one. So anytime you're working with perpendicular lines, multiply the slopes, and if you get an answer of negative 1, they're going to be perpendicular. You may also notice that the slopes are inverses. Meaning that you flip the fraction and you make it the opposite sign. So 3/5 became negative 5/3. We flipped the 3 and the 5 and we turned a positive to a negative. If our original was negative, we would have changed it to a positive. That's how we know it's perpendicular.